There he is. Hello, Carlos. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. What's the hat say?
Oh, well, this
Let's have a look at it.
yeah, without liberty there's no happiness possible. And that's was the rallying cry for Puerto Rico back before US became, you know, before it was colonized by.
Okay.
Yeah. So
wow.
this was the original.
Is that right?
That was the original Puerto Rican flag. If there's an independent movement, we don't get political. I'm not political.
No, a little bit.
But
though.
this is
we got to understand.
Yeah, one side. Well, you know, Puerto Rico's a divided nation. You know, Puerto Rico is a commonwealth, but some people will like to kept the same way it is now. Some people would like statehood. Some people want independence.
Exactly. I keep hearing that it should be a state. Would you like to see Puerto Rico as a state?
I have mixed feelings about that.
When was the last time the people of Puerto Rico voted for something?
I think they had some type of referendum a couple of years ago. I believe it was 50-50 still. I mean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean it's really difficult. It's so many opinions, you know, because you have three sides. You have status quo, statehood, and independence. That is a complex matter. If you have two, then probably would be one of another. But having three, that makes it really
well, when
difficult.
Donald Trump went down there and said that you're throwing my budget out of whack, I mean, it was already out of whack, wasn't it? I mean, things have been not good in Puerto Rico for a long time.
We were, unfortunately, the government of Puerto Rico was pretty much broke. And
is that because they're not managing it correctly, or is it because the U.S. isn't involved enough?
There's a lot of combinations of everything above. There is mismanagement, corruption, complications with the United States, the way things are, the way things, the trade, food, everything goes through Puerto Rico. All of those things are making Puerto Rico a really complex economy that it's hard to manage, and will take a much smarter person than me to figure that out. But all I know is that from Puerto Ricans, they feel like this happened and they need to do something about it. Perhaps this is an opportunity for drastic change right across the board, from building codes for places that have been built, subpar in structure, through our power grid that was already
I heard about that.
So perhaps
Elon Musk is stepping in and wants to make everything solar there.
Absolutely. I mean, anything that can be done. I mean, we have a big appetite for power. I mean, unfortunately, in Puerto Rico, it's only 100 miles by 35. 3.5 million people, plus a lot of visitors.
That's a lot of people,
tourism is our number one, industry. Yeah. So pharmaceuticals were also, there were a lot of pharmaceuticals in Puerto Rico. Viagra was invented in Puerto Rico.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, we're very proud of that.
Well, you should be.
So,
I mean, you gave the gift to the world. It's a gift to the world here.
Well, the rallying cry of Puerto Rico right now is Puerto Rico se levanta. Puerto Rico will rise up. So perhaps, no pun intended.
Perfect. All right, so you were born there?
I was born in Santurce, Puerto Rico, October 23rd, 1963. So,
and do you live on Nantucket now?
I live in Nantucket year-round for 6 years now.
For 6 years.
Yeah.
And
the
you run
Nantucket
the
Hotel.
inn? You're a
I am
manager?
the assistant general manager. Jamie Holmes is the GM.
Okay.
And I'm the assistant, and Mark and Gwen Snyder are the owners. Wonderful people. They have been so supportive of our campaign. Besides me and my wife, Fulya Castrello. She's from Turkey, and we met.
Oh, very nice.
So we have an international household.
Very nice. I love those kind of relationships.
We have 2 children.
I personally love the mixture of cultures any way you can get it. I just think it adds so much to a relationship.
Well, she loves Puerto Rico, and she is devastated by what she's seen.
So you go often?
We just got back in February.
Do you have family there still?
Yeah, a lot of family. My uncles. My mother and my dad passed. But I have a lot of family remaining that are right now without power, without water.
All right. So what can we do to help those people? You've got a great idea.
Well, we have a kind of like a 3-part system going right now. Cash is king, as they say. There's a lot of people in need of money. There were some people unemployed before Maria got there. So right now there are people that can. I mean, the government can only get you so much, and the help is coming, but it's slow. So this GoFundMe that I started, it's under Carlos Castrano. If you go to GoFundMe or our Nantucket Care page on Facebook, you can donate cash. And I am starting to distribute small amount of cash for those people. I'm calling home. I said, listen, I need to know who's in need right now. Who needs $100, $200, $300 to get them by? They need to buy fuel. They need to buy food. The lines to get food, the lines to get fuel, they're hours and hours. I mean, just imagine that you're exhausted from all of this, and you got to stand on a line for 10 and 11 hours. Then the power goes out, the ATM goes out, you can't get any money.
Right.
I mean, it's just insane, the amount of suffering right now. So that's part one. Part two, we'll love to get a drive going to bring non-perishable foods, clothing, batteries, mosquito repellent, generators, power generators. The grid is going to be dead for a long time, so they're going to need generators. They're going to need batteries. They're going to need baby food. They're going to need diapers, medicine, all of those things. So we're working on getting a drive for that, and Atlas is actually having a fundraiser today.
Oh, awesome.
Say from, I believe, 7 o'clock. Then the third part is the most ambitious part, and it's to get a brigade of as many skilled workers, from engineers to electricians to plumbers to carpenters to
You're talking Nantucketers.
From Nantucketers, yeah.
Okay.
This is all coming from Nantucket. That's what's called Nantucket Cares.
Yep.
My friend Tom McCann from
We all know
Holidays from
Tom.
Heroes fame,
Yep.
from the power driving force. He actually he told me, Carlos, I got a great idea, and then we just this kind of was born. He's there's nothing that you don't feel that you can do anything in this world until you meet Tom McCann. So we're trying to he and I were going to travel to Puerto Rico November 8th. And then we're going to assess. I already got people in Puerto Rico assessing damage for us.
Okay, so which town are you going to?
Exactly.
Are you going to go to the town that you're from?
Originally, we had that in mind. But talking to the people on the ground and says, you know what, believe it or not, themselves are saying, we are okay here. They are 10 miles from here, there is so much need. Devastation.
Gotcha.
We have no power, we have no water, but guess what? My building is okay. I have no money.
So where
I have
is
no
this?
job.
Yes.
Okay, so Bayamon, Puerto Rico is where I grew up. Bayamon. It's a suburb, kind of it's like saying, I don't know, saying like it's about. From Boston, it's going to say Framingham. It's a big, large town. So
it's a big city.
Yeah, it's a big city. It's 100,000 plus.
Near San Juan.
Near San Juan, probably more. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my goal. Jardines de Caparra. That's where the place that I lived since 1969, and that's a tight-knit community that I really wanted to help. I am going to help because there is still help needed. But for reconstruction purposes. They actually told me you should actually go towards Cataño. There's an area of San Juan called Cataño, Levittown, Dorado. The rivers came and just took everything in that area. The middle of the island is devastated. The entire Puerto Rico is surrounded by mountains, high peaks, from 4,000 feet. The rain that came overflow the rivers, mudslides, and right now there's entire areas. My mother was born in Cabos, Puerto Rico. That's devastated. My father was born in Guayama, Puerto Rico. That's devastated. So the central part and the southern part, everywhere, there's devastation everywhere. Let's get this clear. This is another issues. The problem is you can't just say, San Juan. No, it's everywhere.
Exactly.
And it's 3.5 million people.
Right.
I mean, it's.
And we're one town doing what one town can do.
Well, our motto is small island, big heart.
That's going to be
good. It's small island, big heart.
All right.
And I think
imagine if every town did
a little piece. It's a puzzle.
And then we organized it so that every town went to another town and did what they could in that little town.
Absolutely.
I mean, we could do that. That makes sense. And then everybody knows where they're going and who they're going to help.
That's Tom's motto. Listen, I cannot save every person with Holidays for Heroes, but I can save a few.
Yeah.
And then if somebody else does the same, and somebody else does the same thing with us, if that little town, that little piece of property, that little business that needs reconstruction, a new roof, a new bar, a new whatever, parks, a lot of parks, we're going to try to concentrate there is so much beauty in Puerto Rico, and this hurricane took away all the trees, defoliated everything around certain areas. It'd be great to, pick that and put a nice new park and plant some nice trees and just get that visual again, because I feel like, that's a continual reminder.
Of course.
Imagine if Nantucket had no leaves,
Of course.
I know in the wintertime we get that a little bit, but we still get the bushes and all that.
No, but a tropical paradise without the tropical look. I mean, what do you got?
My brother's fiance flew to Puerto Rico to get her parents out. And she said when the plane landed, everybody on the plane was crying as the plane landed, and everybody just pretty much walked out of the plane in tears from just looking at the devastation from the plane. And that, I just can't imagine what was going to be when we get there.